850 million, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and they spent all that in what, 4 years? I mean, how? How on earth do you spend, more than $200 million a year? Where did the money go?
Well, the part that's even more sort of shocking is in January 2012, the company had raised a Series 3 or Series C round of $200 million. And that should have lasted a long time, but at that point they were spending about $1 million a day. Okay, that's the burn rate. They were spending it on offices. They were spending it on buying the car, because they had to buy the car from Renault and resell it. They had to buy the battery. Each battery cost $15,000. Now, the car was sold for $35,000 to customers, of which Better Place, at the end of the day, earned about $3,000, which wasn't enough really to cover the expenses. But the $15,000 battery, Better Place had to buy themselves, because you, the consumer, actually bought a car with an empty slot where the battery was. You didn't own the battery. So Better Place owned the battery. They had to buy the battery. Now, $15,000 times a lot of cars that you're buying in advance that you don't know if you're going to sell, that's an expense right there. Then there's all those switch stations, $3 million times 40 switch stations that they built around the country, all the charge spots that had to be put in, all of the business development expenses, all those offices and flying to different countries and talking to different people. It really just adds up. And then, of course, it's the high-tech world in Israel, and we've long passed the days when Israeli salaries were lower or are lower than U.S. high-tech salaries. Israeli developers and high-tech professionals earn just as much as their counterparts in Silicon Valley do. And Better Place had over 1,000 people on staff, or on staff and contractors making high wages. Put it all together and there you go, $200 million in 200 days and they're out of money.